Okay, so this is part 3 of the Google Classroom series. If you haven't watched the first 2 parts, make sure you go and watch those first. But in this video, we're going to go over what it looks like for a student to see a new assignment, complete that assignment, how do they turn it in and everything like that. And then on the teacher's end, we're going to look how we can go and grade that assignment, review that assignment, comment, post, comments and stuff on the individual students' assignments, and then we're going to go over what that kind of all looks like in terms of your grades and everything like that. But yeah, this will be the third and final part. Again, make sure you've gone and looked at those other videos first. And if you have other ideas and stuff, feel free to comment below this video or on the channel about other videos you'd like to see on Google Classroom. But yeah, now we're going to jump over to the Student tab and take a look. You can see it looks a little different. I have the Stream, Classwork, and People up here. Down here, you can see in the post, I have a new assignment. So if I, as the student, click on that assignment, I can see I get a couple different options here. I can comment on the assignment if I want to, or I can add or create. And if I click on this, I have a bunch of different options. I can attach a file, so if I've written this up in another program, I've done it in PowerPoint, whatever, and it's totally done, I can click this and upload that file. Or if I want to use Google Docs or Google Slides or whatever I need, this is a PowerPoint, so we'll use Slides. I can just do it straight from here. I can click on Slides, and it's going to create it real quick here. And now if I click on it, it's going to open it up, and you can see it says it has the student's name and how to use Google Classroom is the name. They can change the name if they want to, and then they can go in and make a PowerPoint here if they want to use, Google Slides or Google Docs. So there's a bunch of different information here. But if we go back here, if they need to put more than one file or something like that for this assignment, they totally can. They can click Add, and they have those same options, and they can do that a few times over. And then they can click Turn it in to turn it in if they want to. There's also private comments down here that should just be between the teacher and the student, so if they have questions about it and they don't really want to be talking to anybody else, any of the other students, just the teacher, they can do it here. They can also just email you if you allow that. But we're going to go ahead and click Turn in. And you can see here it says turn in your work. One attachment will be submitted. Goes over what that is. Gives you the title. We'll click Turn in. There we go. And now my assignment is completed. I've turned it in. I can click Unsubmit if I need to change it. If I click Unsubmit, click Unsubmit again, boom, I'm good to go. I can re-add things, I can go and change this, whatever it may be. So I'll click Turn in. There we go. And if I go back to the technology class, you can see here, if I go to the upcoming things, I've turned it in. Okay. I can see assigned, I can see return with graded, and I can see anything I've missed as a student here. So that gives me some options. And if I click on this and I hit view details, I can unsubmit it again and edit whatever I need to here. Okay, so we'll go back to the main page. And now as a teacher, we'll refresh the page. And if I go to Classwork, you can see again here is the assignment. I could click on that. I can see one person has turned it in. I can either click there or I can click View Assignment if I want to. And I can see Bob has turned it in. So I would see who's turned it in. There's a label here, who hasn't. If I had more students and stuff in this class, you would see that. And here, I can click on it. I can open it up. No problem. I can see everything here, and I can go through and I can give it a grade. There's a few different options over here. So here's the file name. I can grade it. I can add comments if I want to. And if I click on this, I can actually like highlight certain places and add an actual comment. So if I think something here needs to be changed, or I like something here, or whatever, I can add that. And if I click here, it'll bring it to the actual place. I know it's kind of hard to see without a bunch of detail here, but that's kind of how it works. If you've ever commented on stuff in Google Docs or anything like that, you can actually highlight certain text or certain objects and put a specific comment there. So like you would on paper, you write right next to it and draw an arrow or something. You can just do this, and on the student side, they'll see that that part is highlighted with a comment, and they can see it here in the comment bank. So from here, I can automatically give him a grade if I want to, and then I can click return, or I can click the down arrow, and I get a couple different options here. And before I hit return, over here you can see the student, and if I click the down here arrow, I would actually should see most, if not all, my students here, and I can jump in and out to their different assignments. So that's why if you hit the down arrow, you can do multiple submissions or something like this. But I'm going to go ahead and click return. Click return. Great. So I can close out of this, and if I refresh this page, you'll see again I'm in student work. He's been graded. He's good to go. So if we go back to the class and we actually go to grades, you can see overall grade 100% because there's only been one assignment. Again, you would have all the assignments up here, all the grades for each assignment down here. And again, in the settings, you can turn on or off whether the student sees that. So let's see what it looks like on the student side. So if we go here, we click on classwork. Again, we go to this, and we click view assignment. It's been graded, and I have 100 out of 100 on this assignment. Okay, so I can see that it was graded, and I can see the score I got right from there. Go back to the teacher, and if we go to people, again, it's the same options. So that's how you can create a classroom, create an assignment, grade everything. A few of the settings you can go through, how you can add students and everything like that. And remember, this is just one class, right? This is just one class. So if we hit the little hamburger menu in the top left, we can go to our classes here. And if we had more, they would be here, but we don't. But I can always hit the plus button and create more classes. So if you want to keep, it's probably best to keep all your classes a little separate here, just to keep it a little bit more organized. And maybe if you're an elementary school teacher and you teach pretty much all the subjects, but with one class, maybe you want to go ahead and break these classes up into subjects instead. Math, reading, writing, whatever it might be, to keep it separated and more organized. That way it's not just one classroom with all these different math and writing and reading assignments all put in one place. You could kind of spread it out, keep it a lot more organized. Now if I want to delete a class, I can go ahead and do that from this page if I want to. All you have to do is click the three dots on the class you want to get rid of, and from here you can edit it, copy it, or archive it. You have to archive it first before you delete it. Once you do that, it gives you some information here. It says you can still access all the files that you've saved in the Google Drive folder for this classroom. So if you need to get to them, you can. We'll click archive, and you can restore this class if you need to, so don't worry about that. Click archive. Now if you go ahead and click the hamburger menu, the three lines in the top left, you can go to Archived Classes, and you can see our classes right here. We can click the three dots. Again, we can copy it, we can restore it, or we can delete it altogether. Okay, so those are your options if you want to go ahead and get rid of it. I'll go ahead and restore it. But yeah, so that's, we'll do it for part 3 of the Google Classroom series here, and that'll be the end of this kind of general overview of Google Classroom. So we went over a lot in this video, you know, how students can submit their work and everything like that, and how you can review it and comment on it and grade it and all those good things. So yeah, I hope these videos have helped out.